Salut! I'm going to talk to you about the verbs that are conjugated like venir. Venir means to come, and we've seen it before when we learned about Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp. It's one of the ones in there. Look at the sentence in your book. Page 39. Page 39. The sentence at the top, it says, Mathilde est contente de la parure qu'elle tient dans ses mains. The English is there for you. Mathilde is happy with the necklace that she has in her hands, or holds in her hands. The verbs venir and tenir are conjugated the same way. They rhyme, but of course, they mean something different. Venir is to come, tenir is to hold or to keep. So look in your book at the page 39 where it tells you the conjugations of venir. Je viens, tu viens, il ou elle vient. Nous venons, vous venez, and il ou elle viennent. Alright, it is what kind of verb is that? All the singular and the last form are all the same, have the same root. It's a boot verb. Yeah. Tenir is also written there for you, and as you can see, it's the same exact pattern, but it starts with a T. So, well, remember these are irregular verbs. So, venir, it's not your typical IR verb, right? It's not veni. It's not veni. No, get that out of your head. It is vient. Vient. So vient, vient, vient. SST. Then the nu and the vous form look like a normal IR verb. Okay? So, look down below where they're conjugated. Both verbs can take various prefixes while retaining the same verb endings. Let's read some of the sentences together. Je viens à 8 heures et je reviens à 11 heures. I am coming at 8 o'clock and I am returning at 11. So as you can see, revient is the same as vient, but it has a prefix with re, R-E, on the front to mean return, right? Similar to the English, we have re as a prefix too. So look at the next one, the next sentence. Mathilde devient une femme dure et rude. So she becomes a rude and rough woman. Well, hard and rough as it says here. So, devient, again, has vient in it. Devient is to become. Again, that one was in Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp. And revenir as well. Alright, the last sentence of this part says, Mathilde tient le collier qui appartient à Madame Forestière. Mathilde is holding the necklace that belongs to Madame Forestière. So, in the little paragraph there, it tells you that there are several other verbs that are conjugated like venir. For example, let's look in there. Revenir, to come back or to come again. Devenir, to become. Je veux devenir. I want to become whatever you want to become. Appartenir, right? Like tenir. Retenir, obtenir, soutenir. Now, here's a little interesting fact. Many French verbs that end in tenir will end in tain or stain in English, like some of the ones here. Right? To retain, to obtain, to sustain. So, just to let you know that is often the case. All right, let's see. So we have gone over the formation of these verbs in present tense. Let's do exercice R, at least a few of them, for practice together. Give the correct form of the verb in parentheses. 1. Nombre 1. Martine et ses camarades de classe qui, blank, de tous les coins du monde, étudient dans un institut biblique en France. Now, you don't have to know what all the words in the sentence are to know what goes in the blank. It gives you in parentheses venir, so you know that you need a form of venir. Look in your sentence. There's a comma after classe, and then there's qui. Qui acts as the subject of that clause, right? As we have mentioned. So, qui plus your form of venir, which is vient. V-I-E-N-T. V-I-E-N-T. Right? Because it agrees with qui. So that's your answer for 1. Let's try 2. Depuis son entrée à l'institut, Martine, blank, de plus en plus intéressée par le service de Dieu. Alright, devenir goes in the blank. So it's like venir with a prefix, right? So, what form do you think goes in the blank? It has to agree with the subject of that clause. Notice there's a comma, so that means, so you can see the next clause is after it. Martine. Martine is doing the becoming. So, what would it be? Devient. D-E-V-I-E-N-T. One more together. C'est aujourd'hui l'épreuve finale. Les étudiants, blank, de plus en plus anxieux. Okay? So it's the day of the final, and students are becoming more and more anxious. So, devenir. What form goes in the blank? I'll give you a moment to think. All right, the answer, devienne, is how we pronounce it. D-E-V-I-E-N-N-E-N-T. Devienne. All right, excellent. Now go ahead and turn the page. Tournez la page. Oui, tourne la page. As you can see, there's more to this exercise that we may do in class together. But I want you to look at this part. Venir, plus de, plus infinitive. So, this is an important thing to learn. We have gone over the conjugation of venir, and now we're going to look at using it with de and infinitive. So, as you can see here on the page, it is common to express a very recent past action by using a form of venir plus the preposition de and an infinitive. Look at your sentence. Mathilde vient de remarquer la disparition du collier. Mathilde has just noticed the disappearance of the necklace. And that's where we ended that story, right? So, this is saying just did something. This is the tense in French that we use to describe that you were just doing. You just did something. I just ate. Sorry, I'm not hungry now. Or, I just went swimming. My hair is wet. No, I don't want to go play in the snow. Or maybe you do, but those are some examples in English. So, let's look at forming a few of them together, okay? Now, what I want you to do is to get out a piece of paper, a pencil, or a pen, and I want you to do these with me as we go, as proof that you've watched this, okay? So, let's do part of exercice S together. So the directions. By using a form of venir plus de plus an infinitive, tell that the following people have just accomplished the action of the given infinitives. Now, remember the word infinitive just means the form to something. To eat, to live, to die. Yes. So, look at the modèle now. It has je / comprendre cette leçon. So you could say je, still keeping the same subject. Your infinitive there is comprendre. So you know we're going to keep that, but before you put it in the sentence, you need your form of venir and the word de. So what form of venir goes with je? Well, it's there for you. Je viens de comprendre cette leçon. All right? So, we're going to do 3 together, and I want you to write them out. Okay? So, 1. Mon frère and s'est levé. Well, mon frère, my brother, and se lever means to get up. Levez-vous, right? Simon dit levez-vous. All right. So, keep our same subject, mon frère. Then what form of venir goes with mon frère? Vient. It ends in te, a T. Okay? So, mon frère vient. Then we have our little word de. And what is the infinitive here? Well, they have it right there. It's se lever. Se lever is a reflexive infinitive, right? Reflexive just means the subject does it back to itself. So there's your answer. Mon frère vient de se lever. Okay? 2. Ma mère préparait le petit déjeuner. What form of venir goes with ma mère? You figured it out. Write it down. Write ma mère. Then your form of venir that agrees with ma mère. Then our little preposition de. And finally, the infinitive. That's right there. Préparer. And then go ahead and finish the sentence too. The other words that are there. Le petit déjeuner. Okay? So we're saying, my mother just prepared breakfast. Okay. 3. Nous and ranger la maison. Pick up the house. Not literally pick up the house, but organize it. Clean it up. So, how would you do that one? Nous is our subject. What form of venir agrees with nous? That's what you need to write next. Nous, form of venir. Then what is that little preposition? And then after that little preposition, that 2-word preposition, then we put our infinitive, which is right there in the sentence. And then you can finish the sentence, la maison. Okay? So, have these 3 ready for tomorrow so that I can see that you did them. And it should be good.